So, hello everyone! First time face to face. For those of you who watch my channel, this might be a bit of a shock. I only really do gaming videos, so this is definitely out of the norm. For those of you who have come here because I've been fairly vocal in the Lorcana community recently, welcome! So, my name is Charlie, aka the Mad Catter. That's a new rebrand for those of you who know my old name. I love video games, Lorcana, and I guess just all things geeky. And for those of you who aren't aware, I'm epileptic as well as autistic. I also struggle with migraines, which sort of goes hand in hand with the epilepsy. Not to make this video about me, but to provide some context for the rest of this. So that's my intro out of the way. I'll say I'm not qualified by any means to speak on all disabilities, disability legislation, or anything like that. This is just my experience and what I have gathered from speaking with others. Please do feel free to pitch in by commenting or joining the Discord, which I will link below for discussion. But I do want to open this subject up, as I feel like it's not talked enough. I recently did a video on this with the Forbidden Mountains channel, but I want to talk about it more.
Obviously, every store is different, right? So, like, what is something that, in general, when you walk into a building, you're most hopeful for?
I guess I'm most hopeful for, obviously, the static seating thing. I don't think all stores know that Melee can do it. I mean, I've talked to a couple of stores. I generally contact them in advance now. I mean, part of me hates the fact that I have to tell them that, but on the other hand, it's a safety thing. I mean, obviously, if I have a seizure,
Sure.
they need to know. So I've kind of had to get over this. Please do watch that when you get a chance. Although after this video, obviously. Don't leave. So today I want to talk about Lorcana and preparing for tournaments, specifically set championships. Okay, so I'm sure there are many videos about this, probably too many to count. We're what, 7 sets in, and this is the 5th set championship. So I know I'm not the first, and I doubt I'll be the last. But if I help one person, then great. This video will have an accessibility angle, hence the whole intro at the start, but I hope this can be of use to someone. Let's get right to it then. We'll get the usual things out of the way, which is what to pack. Here is what I say you should pack, but again, if you feel I've missed anything, please say so in the comments. So first, of course, your deck. Now, I'm not here to recommend deck boxes or anything. Right now, I'm using one that includes 2 decks and my dice. I only use this because I just find it convenient to have my dice with my deck, but just bring your deck. This was my original deck box. It's simple, it holds all my cards, double sleeve 2 in fact, and it isn't that big. I'm sorry if this is obvious, but someone will say, you forgot to mention to bring your deck. So hey, I mentioned it. So then you bring whatever you usually use to hold your dice and other accessories with, which brings us on to the next point. Pen and paper. You need to bring that. Why this is linked to the last point is because the lore counter on the app is allowed in casual events, but not tournaments. Officially, in set championships, you must use pen and paper to track lore. You can't use this app. I know it's frustrating at times, and some stores I've been to have still said, yeah, you can use it, but just bring pen and paper just in case, because really, you have to use them. So for deck lists, some stores require this, some stores don't. They should publish this in advance. Now, what I do is have my deck on Dreamborn, as this saves writing the whole thing out. I can then just print it out like this, and then all I have to do is fill in my details at the top. I hope that's clear. I will again put details in the description. But that just saves so much time and effort. So, sleeves. I always bring extra sleeves with me. Now, the likelihood is wherever you play will sell sleeves. A lot of the time, wherever I go, tend to sell Dragon Shield, so I tend to use those. But it's up to you. And however, if just one is damaged, you want to have the right one to replace it with. You don't really want to be re-sleeving your whole deck just because of one card. Also remember with sleeves that they have to cover the back completely, so you can't see through them. This is just to reduce the risk of people marking their cards, so make sure you have the right sleeves on you. So for playmats, if you have one, bring your playmat. This, again, I feel is very obvious, but I have way too many. I think I spend more time choosing them than actually using them, but they do make life easier. Not a necessity by any means, but they're, again, if I don't mention it, someone's going to say I forgot to mention it. So I'm trying to do a comprehensive list. I've done it. Now, this is a crucial one. Don't allow yourself to get dehydrated. Take a water bottle. Again, I'm stating the obvious, but it's very easy to forget to drink during these tournaments. You hyper-focus on your match, then you're in the next one, and suddenly you forget to drink. Generally, it acknowledges a lot of people don't drink enough anyway. Your brain needs the hydration to concentrate properly, so if you can, drink as much as possible. I set reminders on my Fitbit, which just silently vibrates, so it doesn't distract the other player. But anything that helps you remember, just whatever you need to do. So on to snacks. I feel like I could go on a tangent with this one. This one means a lot to me, so this is another important thing. I know I don't eat enough during tournaments, and I pray for the day when official breaks are a thing, and that's controversial, so I won't delve too much into it, but pack snacks. A common one is protein bars. They are relatively easy to eat fast. These things can go on a while, these tournaments, so just whatever you do, try to eat. Now, you might want to check that stores allow snacks, as some only want you to consume food bought in the store. However, at least in my experience, these things tend to be a little more relaxed with rules during set championships. I don't think anyone wants people fainting in their store. Also, this is not an excuse to not support your store. Please do buy from them when you can. But if you have a condition, such as diabetes or issues with low blood sugar, such like one of my seizure triggers can be low blood sugar, please do flag this up to your store if you feel comfortable. Most I have been to have been great with allowing me to eat my own snacks for this reason. A side note to the lunch break thing, I also do pack lunch as well. Unfortunately, many places don't give us a lot of time for lunch, but on the off chance I do get to, I pack it. The reason is because I don't want to waste time looking for something to eat. We get so little time anyway. If I don't know the area, I don't want to waste time wandering around. Obviously, if you know the area, then that's a different matter. I'm forever the optimist by taking lunch with me, but if you can eat something more than a few snacks, do take the opportunity. It will really help you in the long run. This is an interesting one, as for those who need it, you probably don't need reminding, but I've seen it come up at a surprising amount of times, at least regarding painkillers. We'll tackle medication first. This is like the water issue. For those, like me, who take medication regularly, you probably don't think you need reminding. And I'm not saying you do. Your body, your pills. But it's very easy to hyperfocus and lose track of time during these things. I've definitely forgotten to take my meds and felt awful halfway through matches because of it. So if you think you're like me and might forget, a silent reminder or having a friend check on you can make the world of difference. As for painkillers, headaches are very common, I think, for a lot of people, especially during times like this when you concentrate a lot. Sit in the same position, not drinking enough. If you don't need them, then great, but it might just be worth taking them with you on the off chance. Just a suggestion. So, any tournaments can be noisy places, and for anyone who suffers from noise sensitivity, like I do, it can be quite difficult to navigate. I tend to use earplugs in a lot of these places, but not all earplugs are alike. If you just get like bog standard ones, it can be tricky to hear the other player. So I would recommend, if you can and have enough time, looking around and finding one that enables you to hear the other player but blocks out outside noises. You can find quite a few different makes like this, and I'm not a sponsor, but my favourite right now are loops. I have them on me right now. I have a few different types, but Again, not a sponsor, but they enable me to just concentrate on the other player and block out the distraction noises elsewhere. Again, I'm aware there are different brands, different types, but if you feel like you do struggle with these kind of noises, then they're great. They also help me when I get headaches. I can just put them in and it'll just give me a minute to kind of calm down. And yeah, if I get overwhelmed, then it's great. Anyone with like autism and things like that, speaking as someone who is autistic and struggles with noise sensitivity, I can't recommend these enough. But I would speak to the store first to see if they allow it, if you feel comfortable. But yeah, I love these things. AirPods might also be allowed. I can't really comment on those in particular because obviously you can hear things with those. Things like loops you can't hear. Again, this might vary from store to store, so please do double check these kind of things. I know they are noise cancellating as well. So now moving on to general accessibility advice. The main thing I would generally tell people to do or advise people to do is contact their store. I've said this a lot in this video, but if you feel comfortable, I would never ask someone to do something out of their comfort zone, but stores can only help you as much as they know, and there are great stores out there, and the ones that I've seen and been to, at least so far, most of them have been brilliant. For instance, we know that under the melee system, we can have assigned seating. This means that you can stay in the same place for the whole tournament. This is great for several reasons. If you get stressed due to having to constantly move, if you're a parent with a child and you need to stay near them, if you're like me, like with epilepsy, and you need a specific table and need to be near the exit and need to get out quickly, and that's great. I can't speak for whether the Ravensburger hub system can do this, but I hope they can. We'll have to wait and see with that, and I'll post an update when we know more. And it's just, stores have so far been brilliant with implementing that, at least most of the ones I've been to. The DLC that I went to in Birmingham was brilliant as well. And yeah, so please do talk to them when you can. So this is my advice. Again, this is purely my opinions and what I found out over going to all the set championships in multiple areas. Don't take this as gospel. This is just what I've experienced. I really hope this has helped, and please do let me know. Please let me know how you get on with the set championships, and most of all, just have fun. I hope this hasn't stressed anyone out. I know this seems like a lot. Just write a list. Write a list. If this is your first, just have fun. Just have fun. I went into the first set championships. I did awfully, but I had fun. The Stitch set championship, honestly, it was quite all over the place. Well, I went in with no expectations, and it was quite something. But since then, I've learnt more, and I've met some amazing people, and just have fun. But that's where I learnt all this advice, and that's where I learnt all these tips that I'm hoping can help someone. I am hoping to do more Lorcana content. I'm hoping to do more accessibility content. I am sorry if this is a bit all over the place. I'm not really set up for any of this, and a bit last minute. Set championships are literally this weekend coming up, if this comes out at the time I'm hoping it comes out. But we're suddenly having a major hot spell here in the UK, so I'm suddenly posting this, and yeah. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I am the Mad Catter, and I hope to see you all again soon. Goodbye.